Yes, children, in the continuation of our module of chapter Force and Laws of Motion, in our earlier module we have seen Newton's first law of motion. Now today we are going to see Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion. Second law of motion, and according to this Newton's second law of motion, the rate of before we'll come to the Newton's second law of motion, I want to explain one term, dear children, that is called linear momentum. Linear momentum. Then we'll come to the Newton's second law of motion. To understand this term, we take one example here. In the game of table tennis, suppose the ball hits by the player. In the game of table tennis, if the ball hits by a player, he is not hurt. But when a cricketer hits a cricket ball, moving with some speed as a table tennis ball, hits a spectator, he is hurt because the cricket ball is much heavier than the of billiards ball. Similarly, I can take another example, a truck moving at a speed as low as suppose 5 meters per second, but if it hits a person, then the person may die, because again the heavy mass of the truck. Similarly, I can take an example, a bullet of small mass fired from a gun, it may kill a person because the velocity of the bullet, or because of large velocity of the bullet. So what are these examples suggest? What we observe from these examples? I can say, children, we observe that the impact of motion produced by the object depend on their mass and velocity. Depend on their mass and velocity. Here. So I mean to say that what is linear momentum of a body? Linear momentum of a body is the product of the mass of the body. Is the product of the mass of the body. Product of the mass of the body and velocity. And velocity. This is. So I can say that there must be some quantity of importance that combines mass of a body and velocity of the body. So Newton's gives us an idea that is in a linear momentum. So linear momentum is a product of mass of the body and velocity. Suppose m is the mass of the body, v is the velocity of the body, then suppose p is the linear momentum of a body. The linear momentum of a body, linear momentum of a body is equal to mass into velocity. Mass into velocity. I can say here P is equal to m into v. The linear momentum of a body at rest is 0. If the body is at rest, suppose v is equal to 0, the linear momentum would be 0. The linear momentum of a body is a vector quantity. It possesses both the magnitude as well as the direction, and the unit of the linear momentum The unit of the mass is kg into unit of the velocity is meter per second. So kilogram into meter per second. Is it clear? So with the help of this concept, I can explain here Newton's second law of motion. And in the Newton's second law of motion, dear children, that is, what is that? I am going to explain here linear momentum of a body, that is mass into velocity. But according to the Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of linear momentum of a body, the rate of change of linear momentum of a body is directly proportional to the external force applied on the body. External force applied on the body. Okay, so this is and this change takes place always in the direction of the applied force. जिधर फोर्स लग रहा है उधर ही हमारे पास इफेक्ट देखा जाएगा. So this is the rate of change of linear momentum of a body is directly proportional to the external force applied on the body. Is it clear? Now, the rate of change of linear momentum of a body can be obtained. Here I can say the change in the linear momentum divided by time taken is proportional to the force applied, is equal to the force applied. When a bigger force is applied on a body, then I can say its linear momentum changes at a faster rate. Okay, so this is the Newton's second law of motion. Now just we are going to see or prove it, or mathematical formulation of a Newton's second law of motion. We are going to learn a mathematical formulation of. So dear children, I am going to see a mathematical formulation of Newton's second law of motion. For that we are considering here, suppose m be the mass of the body. M be the mass of the body. You can say here v is the initial velocity of the body. V is the initial velocity of the body. V is the initial velocity of the body along a straight line. Now F is an external force applied on the body, which is constant in magnitude. जो force हम लगा रहे हैं, that is constant in magnitude. Now T is the time for which the force is applied. Time for which the force is applied. Here. And v is the final velocity of the object, final velocity of the body along the same straight line after t second. After t second. These are the parameters we are taking here. So I can say initial linear momentum of a body. Initial linear momentum of a body, say P1, that is equal to mass into velocity. Similarly, the final linear momentum of a body, say that is P2, that is mass into velocity, m into v. So what is that? What is the change in the momentum? So dear children, initial momentum, that is mass into velocity, final momentum, that is mass into velocity. So I can write here the change in the linear momentum of the body. Change in the linear momentum of the body. Change in the linear momentum of the body, that is P2 minus P1, that is equal to m into v minus m into u. So I can say, dear children, that is m into v minus u. This is the change in the momentum. Then rate of change of linear momentum would be, rate of change of linear momentum would be time is t, m into v minus u divided by time. This is the rate of change of linear momentum of the body. That is the change in the linear momentum of the body divided by time taken. हमने टाइम से भाग दे दिया इसको. तो I can say, but what is this v minus u by t? That is the change in the velocity. Change in the velocity divided by time taken. What is this? This is called rate of change of velocity or acceleration of the body. Or acceleration of the body. Is it clear? So this you can write here. This is the acceleration of the body. So I can say here the rate of change of linear momentum is this one. So according to our equation, say this equation number 1. So according to this equation number 1, the rate of change of linear momentum, the rate of change of linear momentum, that is mass into this is v minus u divided by t, mass into acceleration आ गया ये. According to our equation number 1, इसकी जगह पर हमने acceleration लिख दिया, that is a. So according to the Newton's second law of motion, according to the Newton's second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, what is that? The rate of change of linear momentum is directly proportional to the force applied at it. Rate of change of linear momentum of a body is directly proportional to the applied force. This is that. It is clear? So I can say MA is proportional to F. So dear children, even I can write, this is the sign of proportionality. F is proportional to A. So the constant of proportionality here is K into MA. Here F is equal to K into MA. So I can say here K is the constant of proportionality. It depends on the units adopted for measuring the force. Suppose if I say that F is equal to 1 when M is equal to 1 kg and acceleration is equal to 1 meter per second square. मास को भी 1 ले लीजिए, A को भी 1 ले लीजिए. Suppose force is 1 Newton. So I can write here. So dear children, what I can say, I can write here F की जगह रखिए 1 is equal to K into 1 into 1. So we are getting here K is equal to 1. Putting all the values in this equation, so we are getting F is equal to M into A. This is the Newton's second law of motion. This is the fundamental law of Newton's second law of motion. The force acting on a body is the product of the force acting on a body is the product of the mass into mass, product of the mass and acceleration of the body. Acceleration of the body. The unit of force, that is Newton. Newton is a scientist name. Is that clear? If I want to define here 1 Newton, if I want to define here 1 Newton, then what it can be? So dear children, 1 Newton I want to define. 1 Newton force is that much force which produces an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. It produces an acceleration of this one in a body of mass 1 kg. एक ऐसी बॉडी जिसका मास 1 kg हो, एक्सीलरेशन ये हो, तो फोर्स जो होगा वो होगा बेटा 1 न्यूटन. इज इट क्लियर? दिस इज द डेफिनेशन हियर. तो आई कैन से 1 न्यूटन इज इक्वल टू मास 1 kg into acceleration 1 meter per second square. So even I can say also kg into meter per second square. It is the unit of force also. Force is a vector quantity and whose direction is same as that of the acceleration of the body. जिधर आप acceleration of the body का direction होगा, that is the direction of force. Is that clear? Now we can say some applications of Newton's second law of motion. Applications of Newton's second law of motion. First, in our day-to-day observation, dear children, the Newton's second law of motion can be explained here is F is equal to mass into acceleration. That is mass into acceleration is V minus U divided by T. This is the formula here. With the help of this law, I can explain here catching a cricket ball. Catching a cricket ball. Dear children, while a cricketer catching a cricket ball like this, a ball is coming towards the cricketer, he takes his hand backward direction. Why? What is the reason behind this? As the cricketer puts his hand backward, then what happens? Time increases, T increases. When time increases, then force decreases, so he will not hurt. That's why a cricketer catching a cricket ball, he keeps his hand towards back. So to catch a fast cricket ball, a player pulls his hand backward to prevent injury to his hand. Is that clear? Now, another example is high jump. Another example is high jump. Athletic are made to fall either on a cushion board or on a sand. Either on a cushion board or on a sand. Why? Because to avoid injury to the athletic, falling on the cushion bed or on a sand bed will increase the time when he go inside the sand. Time increases, force decreases. Then again he will not hurt. This is another example. Is it clear? Third one, use of seat belts in car. Use of seat belts in car. Dear children, all the cars nowadays has a seat belts for the passenger, or even I can say safety belt. Safety belts. Why? The purpose of the seat belts is to prevent injuries to the passenger in case of an accident or in case of a sudden application of a brakes. As soon as the sudden brakes are applied, what happens? So I can say sudden application of brake, in both the cases the large momentum of the car reduces to zero in a very short interval of time, so resulting in the development of a large force causing injuries. So to avoid the injuries, seat belts are required. So the time taken by the passengers to fall forward increases. Time taken increases because he is with safety belt. But time increases, less force is there. So he will not injured. So these are the different applications of Newton's second law of motion. So dear children, we can say a lot of application of Newton's second law of motion. Is that clear? Okay. So these are the applications they may ask in examination. Now, so dear children, I can say here Newton's first law of motion is a special case of Newton's second law. Newton's first law of motion is a special case of second law of motion. Newton's first law of motion can be deduced from this Newton's second law of motion. According to the Newton's second law of motion, that is, this is the Newton's second law of motion. What is that? Force into time, that is equal to m into v minus u. Here, that is mv minus mu. Here. So I can say, children, here, when an external force is applied, we can say when there is no external force is applied. No external force is applied. Then what happened? Force is zero. When force is zero, then m into v minus u is equal to 0. Or I can say v is equal to u. So what does it mean? It means that the body will continuous to move with the same uniform velocity u throughout the time t when no external force is applied on the body. This is the Newton's first law of motion. Further, if I say that u is equal to 0, so v is also equal to 0. U is equal to 0, then v will also be 0. It means that if the body is initially at rest, it will continue to be at the rest. To be at the rest when no external force is applied on the body. What is that? This is the Newton's first law of motion. Okay? Bye.